So we're going to head out, I guess, to the Midwest in this one. And Brad, we talk about these two teams a lot. Mm-hmm. The number 10 USC Trojans go on the road to take on the number 21 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. This is a 7:30 kickoff on NBC, and ESPN currently gives Notre Dame favored by 3 points in this one, and I believe they're giving Notre Dame giving a 61.9% chance to win this game. That's shocking, Brad. I'm going to turn it over to you. We talk about Caleb Williams at quarterback for USC, 22 touchdowns, 1 interception, over 1,800 yards. On the other side of the ball for Notre Dame, Sam Hartman been lighting it up as well. Over 1,700 yards, 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Didn't play his best ball last week against Louisville. A little unfortunate about that one. And same with Ohio State. I thought he played a really good game there. They just couldn't come away in the end. Really won them the game against Duke. And then you look at the run game. Marshawn Lloyd, 519 yards, 4 touchdowns. The whole USC offense has been electric this year. There's no doubt about that. Notre Dame has really surprised some people. Brad, I'll turn it over to you. Who wins this Pac-12 versus, I guess, independent? I don't know if Notre Dame's a part of the Pac-12, Big Ten, ACC. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, Nate, man, this one's interesting to me. And I have gone back and forth ever since we decided to pick this game because you got USC there, so explosive. I mean, they've looked good and they should have, but Nate, we talked about, struggle to finish the game against Colorado. I think Colorado ended on a crazy run to where they only lost by 7, and then USC absolutely had their hands full last Saturday night with Arizona, a 3-overtime win, but Arizona gave them everything they wanted. Nate, we talked about this preseason. We've talked about this. USC's defense is terrible, giving up 421 yards a game. That is bad. Notre Dame, it's really because of Sam Hartman. I'm just pulling for him. The Ohio State game was a heartbreaker, but still everything in front of them, they have to gut it out versus Duke, and Sam Hartman makes a big play, and then we talked about Louisville. They ran into a buzzsaw last Saturday night. Nate, this game for me is so interesting because I could see with USC's defense, I could see Notre Dame just really grinding things out and trying to keep USC's offense off of the field. However, I think USC has got better athletes than Notre Dame does. But Saturday night in South Bend, I'm going to take the Irish here. I know what ESPN says, and Notre Dame's favored by 3, but Nate, I still feel like with an undefeated USC versus Notre Dame kind of losing 2 out of 3, USC's still the unspoken favorite, I guess you would say. Mm-hmm. So I'm going on a quote-unquote upset with the Fighting Irish here.
Wow. Man, this is a tough one for me, too.
This is very tough. Very tough game.
Look, because we've seen both teams struggle. We've seen USC struggle and barely win. We've seen Notre Dame literally, no pun intended, fight until the end. And come up short in a couple of games that they probably should have won. Big name to watch out is running back for Notre Dame, Estime. 105 carries, 692 yards, 7 touchdowns. And Brad, you kind of hit on it. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, you have to think with the running clock. They're smart enough to have a veteran quarterback who can hand the ball off under center or in shotgun, who can do play action, can do it all. And then you got a wide receiver like Evans, 343 yards, 1 touchdown. He's been a difference maker. They got a couple other weapons out there as well. Home field advantage in Notre Dame, Indiana, with the run game with Estime. I think the Irish just push out. I think it's going to be a close game. They have it 3 points right now towards Notre Dame. I think they're spot on in Vegas. Give me the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in this one.
Nate, one quick thing before we move on. With USC's very bad defense, I think Estime could have north of 150 yards. I think just he is so physical. Notre Dame is going to want to be there. I feel like they're very motivated to win this game, especially that offensive line, because they didn't play great against Louisville, and with how bad USC is just defensively, period. But in the front 7, I'm gonna make a statement that I think Estime goes north of 150 Saturday night.
I don't think you're too far off, Brad. I just think Notre Dame in the end. You mentioned the offensive line as well. They've got just such good talent up front, and I don't think USC has the depth up front. We all know that games are won in the trenches, and Notre Dame has it on both sides of the ball, in my opinion. So I'm gonna take Notre Dame.